Hi, I'm Winston, and welcome to the Real Estate Template. I'm here with Griffin. Griffin. I'm here with Griffin. Griffin's here too. So this is Griffin. This is Foster, two brothers. And their dad's in the kitchen eating a sandwich. But we stopped in here. They got a rehab going on.
This is 1560 Slater's Creek. It should be hitting the market in the next week or so. We're trying to wrap everything up. We actually bought this pre-foreclosure, and we put a lot of work into it. About 80K into this one. We bought it for a little over 120 and hope to sell it for about 340.
340? Okay. So did you put a new roof on it?
Yeah, new roof, new gutters, new windows, painted the brick. This was actually, so we got the garage here. There was actually a converted garage, like a step-down room. We bricked it in, brought the floor up, made it a master suite and everything, so it's pretty sick.
So right here where that's aluminum siding, right?
Yep.
So right here where the aluminum siding is just all garage?
Yep.
The whole thing?
Mm-hmm. So we did an LVP floor throughout the whole thing. We just went real basic with the colors. I mean, we want to add a little bit of spice in here.
That's becoming a fad that people are wanting the island cabinets to be a different color than the other cabinets.
This is like my favorite part of the house is, this was actually drywall. The door was over here, but just to make this room flow a little bit better, we put the door back over here. And
so y'all moved the door?
Yeah, we moved the door. This whole section was step down slab floor.
Okay, so y'all added all these floors in here.
We brought it up, framed it out.
This was probably the original garage of the house originally when it was built. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
so we made a nice little mud room or laundry room in here.
Laundry room, water heater.
Yeah. Master suite with its own bathroom, and just tried to make it.
So we put a barn door on a house. I built a personal residence not long ago and put the barn door on it. My wife loves the barn door. You've been rehabbing for how long?
About three and a half years. I started out wholesaling, finally built up a little capital to be able to put that money into my first rehab, and I use hard money for all of my flips.
I love that we're putting tile on everything we're doing in bathrooms. I think that the fiberglass surround sounds are pretty much going away. I haven't seen anybody doing those in the houses now, so that's a good thing. And it's not cheap, so it's not something going in there half-assing it, throwing something in to get some money. It's a good, reliable finished product to turn over to somebody. New tub.
We did kind of like a walk-in closet here. I feel like that's really something that kind of slacks in a lot of these houses is closet space. And obviously we all know like everyone's got a lot of clothes, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta have a good closet.
Absolutely.
We did this LVP throughout the whole thing. I didn't want to have to deal with doing tile and all this stuff, so we just...
I think a lot of people, we do this in everything we do.
Really?
So we don't put carpet in our properties, and we don't put carpet in our properties because, number one, I don't want to rent anything with carpet in it. And we will put carpet in a new construction. If I'm doing a new construction house, like we got one going up on Heather at the northern end of town, and that house we're putting carpet in the downstairs of the house, because it's not going to be really something where people are coming in and won't get messed up. But a lot of people, they don't want carpet anywhere near the main living area because it's just people track dirt in it. Next thing you know, we talked, y'all got a lot of construction stuff going on outside. We don't want to walk through that crap and then walk in your house and all that stuff goes in there. So then you got to deal with that. You got another bathroom here. This
was not master, but this was the main bedroom. It was only a 2-bedroom, 1 bath when we bought it, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I like the sleek ceilings. Did it have slick ceilings when you get it? Did you replace a lot of the drywall up there or no?
I had to replace no, this is all.
So it was already slick?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was here. So yeah, we put the deck on here. We went with the bigger gutters, just the stuff that's like kind of going to give it that.
Give it a more of a pop, and it's so minimal in cost.
Right.
It's amazing the people that would not put that 6-inch gutter on there because it's a few $100s more money. I mean, it's a few $100s more money, really. And it's going to bring you more money because let's say it didn't bring you any more money, but you made your house sell a month faster than what it would have sold. Okay, how much money does that make you having that money to deal with an extra 30 days out of a 12-month period of time? That's a 12th of the year. You got that money you can use that you didn't have before to use.
Right.
Are y'all going to rock all the entranceway? Are you going to pave anything?
Yeah, so we're going to grass or seed and straw the dirt that we had to regrade all that because there was water coming into the garage.
Okay.
It just rained last night and there was no water in the garage, so that's
good.
A big win. And for the rock, yeah, we'll probably bring in a load of gravel and just leave it at that. We were overspent on this one. We went over budget, so...
it happens. But, so let's talk about that. So you went over budget on this right here. So my thoughts on going over the budget is I'm not gonna ever be mad about it. Well, I'm not gonna say never, because sometimes I get pissed. But most of the time I'm not mad about it. Look at, okay, this is a great educational experience I had. I didn't lose any money. I didn't make as much as I wanted to make, but I didn't lose anything, and I learned a lot. Is that kind of your attitude, or is it different?
100%. That's how I feel about it. And another thing to add to that is, okay, I would rather do something right than just kind of half-ass something. So if I can do something right, maybe I make a little bit less money, but as long as the new owners are going to be happy with it, then I'm happy with it.
That's a potential another buyer you're going to have down the road. We looked at that house earlier, and all of this was painted white at the other house, and what did my wife say? She said paint it gray. And she just got done saying that. So with the gray compared to the white on the previous video that y'all will look at, you'll see that this isn't going to get dirt on it as fast. And there's dirt everywhere. There's raw dirt everywhere around here. But you don't look at this and see that raw dirt. You don't see it. If it was white, it would be nasty as hell. But it's not because of that. We also talked at the other diagnosis when we was looking at the other house. We talked about the shutters. They had the vinyl shutters that you buy for $20 a piece at Lowe's. And my comment to that right there was, I would much rather hand make my shutters and stick them on the house. So they got handmade shutters here. They are more because that's cedar, and cedar is not cheap. That is cedar, right? It's not cheap. I mean, chances are they're paying $70 a board to make them. I mean, cedar's expensive.
Yeah, it's not
but
cheap.
It just shows so much more, and it doesn't rot. It lasts forever. It's a great thing. And when you look at somebody that uses cedar, a lot of houses, they might just use pine. Okay, pine is cheap. Pine is going to rot. It's going to last a certain period of time, and then it's going to rot. And once it's rot, you got to replace it. When you walk up on a job site and a guy has put some cedar on the walls, some stuff like that, you can look at it and say, okay, if they did not spare the expense here, then they probably didn't spare the expense on subfloor, and they probably didn't spare the expense on other areas that in the end would come back to haunt you 5 years after you buy your house. You want to buy a house, you want that house to last forever, you want a good product in that house, and that's what Foster's showing us that they put in here. They put in a good product, and it's just a good looking job.
Thank you. We had a low spot here, so anywhere you see dirt, we actually brought in, that's why we have that skid steer over there and a load of dirt. Water was just pulling up right here, so we wanted to, we want to make it right, like I said. So we brought this up a little bit, sloped it out, and we're about to do all these plants and make it really pop.
So that's the ticket to get the water away from the house. We talked about that on the house we looked at previously because there was a big hill behind it coming down. And we know that house is going to hit that house, it's going to go under that house, and eventually the wood's going to rot out. So you got to do something to get that water away from the house. You are not in a flood zone right here, but that doesn't mean that your lot don't need to be raised up a little bit, push that water somewhere else and get it out of the way. So tell me something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. 5 years, I want to be completely just living off rental income. I want to do this because I love doing it.
How much rental income you want to have?
10 grand a month.
10 grand a month. When did you buy it?
We bought it in September of last year.
So since September of last year, had you just bought just this lot, you probably could have built a brand new house in the same amount of time you got in rehabbing.
Yeah.
Where you picture yourself in 5 years if you sold everything you own? Now y'all look at this body right here. Foster's going to sell everything he's got. He's going to be standing in that street right there, butt naked with a suitcase of money. Okay? How much money is in the suitcase?
$10 million.
$10 million. Okay. I'm not going to say Foster can't do that right there. I got a goal of raising my capital to $200 million in the next 5 years. Woo. Anything you want to tell your fans?
Look for this to be hitting the market here soon.
All right, so check this out, Millersville, Tennessee. If you're interested in looking, put a comment in the thing. Hey, Foster, I want to look at that house. Save him the commission of 6% of using somebody if you can. Help him get that out there, get that house sold without having to run it through a realtor.
Well, I'm a realtor, so you
never mind. Forget that. He's still going to lose 3% if he goes to another person. So, but help him out to get it. Let's put it out there. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you.